love me. I don't want her to hate me and be mad at me all the time.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm, at first she probably, and I'm not going to say it's 100%, but she's going to be angry. Because it's going to be a change for her, and it's going to be a new routine that she's going to have to adapt to. And because Allie's older now, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Because as you mentioned earlier, why can't you be a big girl? You have some independence. But, something that you can do as a parent, which it sounds like you're really wanting to do this and you're already trying to do this, which is great. And I know you're so overwhelmed, is consistency of punishments. And she will love you. She will.
Are you sure?
She will love you. She will.
I don't know.
And the thing is, does she say stuff like, I hate you?
Yeah, she gets so mad.
Yeah, she does.
It's hard.
Yeah, and it's hard, and it hurts your feelings because you're her mom.
It does. I don't like it. And I feel like I'm doing the best I can, and I adopted her from Nicaragua. I gave her like this great life, probably a better life than she would have had, and it's just not going the way I planned or thought it was going to go, and I feel bad, like I'm doing her a disservice or not giving her what she deserves.
Yeah, there's some bumps in the road that are happening, which is normal, and it's okay. And from everything that you're doing, it sounds like you're trying to develop this consistency. You're trying to, like you said, give her everything that she deserves, and by creating more consistency through letting her know this is what the boundary is. This is what's going to happen. And when kids get used to what's going to happen, they start to adapt to it.
Okay.
And at first, I'm not saying that she's going to be like, oh, good.
Right.
That's not going to happen. But something that we could look at if you're interested is, and if you'd be okay with, I could meet with her if you'd like, so I can kind of get a better grasp of the relationship that you guys have.
I would like that, but she has met with a psychologist before, or a psychiatrist, because she's been diagnosed with so many different things, and I don't want her on any meds or more meds than she already has. But I think if you're going to talk to her, and that would be great. She might really like you.
Okay, well, that would be great. We can definitely set up that appointment, and just so I can get a better understanding and kind of understand Allie a little bit more, so we can set up some of these punishment systems that are more consistent, that she's going to be like, okay, I can handle this, and we can talk about maybe what she's feeling, and it's just so I can get to know her a little bit better, and to feel out your relationship with her.
Yeah, maybe there's something I'm doing that bothers her so much that just drives her crazy that I don't know.
Well, it could be that, and it also could be she's acting out, and she's going to try to push you. And, you have to say, okay, I'm a parent, because you are, and you love her. And so a good act of love is, I'm your parent, I'm gonna help you here.
Right.
And set that boundary.
Okay.
For you.
I think I would like that.
Okay, cool. And something else, that you had mentioned earlier, that I kind of wanted to talk to you about, you do spend a lot of time with her, because you love her and you're trying to help her.
A lot of time.
You were in the bicycle club in the mornings. Is there any way maybe that you would be interested in starting up the bicycle club maybe in the afternoon, or riding by yourself possibly?
I miss riding my bike so much. Okay. It's just like getting cobwebs in the garage. Like, I don't get to ride it at all. And they're starting one in the evening. So like right after dinner, like around 6:30, they're going to be starting one, and it goes even a little further than the last one. So I would really like to do that.
Okay.
But I just have to know that Allie's going to be able to eat her dinner and then get in a shower while I do that. Absolutely. I'll prepare everything. We can even eat dinner together, but then, she can get her shower and finish her homework while I'm taking my bike ride.
Okay. That sounds like a really great idea. And you had mentioned earlier your neighbor, and how she gets along with her daughter. What it might look like at the beginning, maybe you could have Allie over there once or twice a week.
That's a great idea.
Be with them until we set up some parameters for Allie and being a little bit more independent.
I think Allie would even like that, because she wouldn't feel like I'm leaving her to go on my bike ride, and she'd be safe with the neighbor, and she loves hanging out with Sally, so they could even do homework together because they're in the same school, so Yeah, that would be really great.
Yeah, and maybe she could start developing a little bit of a friend base, and that could also help with some of the tantrums maybe, and some of the things that are going on right now.
I think that would be great.
Okay.
I really would like that.
Okay, cool. So it sounds like you've come up with some really great solutions, and some self-care with the bike riding.
I think that is important. I just wish that I want to be consistent in that also, not do it maybe a few times a week, but then every day would be really great if I could.
Yeah, and I think you just answered your own question. You want consistency, so maybe start a little small and eventually get up to that every day, And when we're working with Allie, she'll be gaining a little bit more independence, and so you'll be able to have that time for yourself.
So do you have any suggestions for me for today going home
with her? Going home. What I would suggest is, and this is just a mere suggestion, you can take it or leave it. If Allie's throwing a temper tantrum, instead of raising your voice and kind of feeding into that, because that, correct me if I'm wrong, does that get her a little bit more riled up?
Yeah, oh yeah, she gets super angry.
Maybe let her do it, let her go through. Don't raise your voice and say, after dinner or whenever it happens, you need to go to your room. And don't give her the satisfaction of you getting upset.
Right, okay.
Because that, when you're getting upset, it's feeding into her, her being more upset because she's seeing your reaction. You're her mom. And it's not any fault of your own, because it's completely normal to raise your voice when you're upset.
I feel like such a bad mom when I do that.
Absolutely not. It's so normal. It is completely normal for parents to yell at their children. And I'm not gonna lie. There's gonna be times where you're gonna yell at her, I'm sure, down the road, completely. But working on because her tantrums are so consistent, not feeding into that reaction as much. So maybe next time you're thinking of, okay, I'm going to raise my voice here. Maybe take a deep breath and just let it go and let her do what she needs to do and not give her that. And it might not, and don't put yourself down if you end up yelling the next day, because this is a work in progress. You got to work at it. It's like learning how to ride a bike. you don't just, you fall. You fall, and that's okay.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I think I can do that.
Okay.
Maybe just take a step back.
Yeah.
Let her have her tantrum. Yeah. And I'll just be over here.
Yeah, look at the situation. So it's, we talked about a lot today, Lori. I hope you're feeling a little bit less overwhelmed for what we're going to be working on in the future and what we can make happen with you and Lori, and kind of helping yourself as well. Today I feel like we made a little bit of progress, and so now I have a little bit of an understanding of what's overwhelming.
I think so. I think it feels really good to talk to you. I'm glad I came and made the appointment finally. Took some time out of my...
But you're here.
Yeah.
You're here, and that's great. That's a great strength, because you recognize.
Yeah, I'm glad I came. Yeah. And I'm really looking forward to you meeting with Allie.
Absolutely.
When can that happen?
We can set that up for this coming week.
Okay.
And if you'd like, we can start setting up weekly appointments with you and I, so we can work on different techniques to use with Allie, different, stuff like that, if you'd be interested in
definitely. That. I would love to learn more techniques and get through the tantrums, and, maybe I'm doing a whole bunch of things wrong, and you can help me.
I don't think it's about you doing anything wrong. I think you're having very normal reactions. So it's not about you doing anything wrong. You're reacting to the situation, and that's how you're trying to help it. But we're going to work on ways that are going to make you feel a little better. About the situation.
I would like that.
Yeah, so you're not going to feel as bad, and you'll feel a little bit better about it.
Okay. That's good.
We'll work on that. Okay. We'll work on it, definitely. And if you can start with the bicycle club in the evenings, maybe checking in with me and letting me know if you can make it once this week.
Okay.
And letting me know how that goes and how Allie reacts to being at the neighbor's house. If you can set that up for this week, maybe, or something like that.
I think I could. I think there's one there. I could go on Friday.
Okay, so maybe that's something to look at.
Mm-hmm.
And like we talked about earlier, not maybe yelling, trying not to yell, right?
Yes, I'm gonna try.
We're gonna practice.
Yes, yeah. I am gonna practice. I'm gonna think of you, and I'm gonna take a deep breath.
Yeah, you gotta practice, and then we'll set up some appointments, and depending on, what goes on and when you need to feel like you need to come in and talk, because you can always come in and talk. That's
good to know.
Yeah, because sometimes Joe, like you had mentioned earlier with your brother, you need to vent.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah, I am so happy I have him, but it's great to have you too because you're here and he's not. So
yeah, and we'll have a support system, and I think it'll be really nice for you with the bicycle club because you'll be getting out around people your own age.
Right. I miss that so much. I need that back. Yeah. I'm glad you reminded me about it.
Oh. That's good. I'm looking forward to, working with you.
Okay.
Definitely.
Good. Well, thank you.
You're welcome so much.
I'm so glad I came.
Oh, good. Thanks, Lori. Okay. We good? Hi, Anne. We are here.